Hear and see the results of the most recent local March of Dimes Walk America and find out how you can participate in some of the upcoming walks. Coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning with the Fox 43 studio. We're focused on the Horry County chapter of the March of Dimes, and we're visiting with its executive director, Coleen Shanley. Good morning, Coleen.
Good morning, Greg.
Thanks so much for coming back in.
Thanks for having me again.
You know, it was so exciting. Coleen, it was about a month ago when we got you in leading up to the Myrtle Beach Walk, the Horry County Walk, and to see, of course, it's going to be great to talk about some of the results of that walk, but even more excitingly, you've got more walks coming up this weekend, next weekend, multiple weekends this spring.
We have actually 4 more walks coming up between Loris and Georgetown on the 24th in a few days, and then we have Lake City and we have Dillon as well in May.
Golly, it's amazing to think. And of course, in the fall, you'll also have walks. Marlborough County Walk, the Marion Walk. You've got other walks within the PD region.
That we do. It's a big time for us with all the Walk America coming on strong. It's our biggest fundraiser for the March of Dimes.
Coleen, how about the most recent walk, the Myrtle Beach Walk? How'd that turn out?
All I have to say is big wow. It was just a tremendous day. We had a beautiful day to start it off with, which was great. And the teams just really surprised me with all the money that they've raised. Our goal this year was $156,000. Last year it raised $112,000. This year we told the audience $185,000. And when it's all said and done, it's probably going to be close to $200,000.
Oh, come on.
Teams are still actually collecting money. They're still fundraising out there. Bank of America, Kmart, Discovery stores, Famous Footwear. So there's several teams that are still collecting money and raising money for the cause. Last
year y'all raised $112,000. This year the goal was $156,000. The day of the walk y'all were able to announce $185,000 and expect you may even get close to $200,000.
Absolutely. It was a tremendous turnout from the teams, from the gala with the women's club and the grand opening with Coastal Grand Mall. Medieval Times did a March of Dimes night and had discounted tickets, so they helped us. So it's been a tremendous accomplishment for the teams.
You could be feeling incredible, Coleen, having just joined the March of Dimes. Golly, I know, I'm sure a heck of a lot of folks attribute much of this incredible success to you, but you've just been there a short time.
I've just been there a very short time, only a little over 2 months, and Dennis Wade, as our chairman, just did a phenomenal team job with the committee as well. And the teams they were just so enthusiastic this year. Getting to see so many different people and meeting new people was a great thing for me to do, just joining the organization. And I have to say, they just really came to bat for the cause. They just really came to bat. It was a great turnout.
Throughout the state and the southeast, they must, you're the rainmaker. I mean, you and Dennis together as a team, and of course it was so exciting. Dennis was in with us a couple of days before the walk to hear him talk about not only the excitement of the upcoming totals back then, but the excitement of committing to be on next year.
That was a great thing that I'm so excited that he has taken that on again for next year, and we can really go out this full steam ahead. We're actually starting to think about what's going to go on for next year. But I have to say, too, Joe Fisher, community director in the office with me, has been such a tremendous help being with the organization for at least 4 years now. She really did so much of the legwork prior to our Walk America, and as well doing things on Walk America Day. She was there full steam with her craziness and love her to death. She's a great person.
And of course, Joe's a paid staffer, but you think about her other half, I won't say her better half, but the other half, Sterling, who's amazing as well.
We are very fortunate to have so many people volunteer to help us. As you said, there's only 2 of us in the office, so we really depend upon a lot of other people to volunteer and help us during the day, as well as doing all the hoopla and what takes for the logistical end of it, as well as doing the teams. The teams have helped so much, tremendous amount of help from them.
And even though there's walks going on year-round, you still have the real estate breakfast, you have your chef's auction, other very large events. When we talk about the Horry County division. I mean, it's in Horry County, but this is the PD division. I mean, you're involved in walks as far away as Marlborough County and Marion County and Dillon County, obviously.
Right. The PD division is a pretty widespread division, and Joe Fisher does take on some of the walks that are a little bit further away, and I'm more involved in the Loris and the Horry County in the way of the walk. But we do have other events, special events with the Chef's Auction, the motorcycle ride, which we have saved the date for October 17th, so that's already set. And then the real estate event that we're still in talking about as to when that's going to be.
Real quick about yourself, Coleen, before we segue back into the March of Dimes. Are you originally from the area?
No, I'm actually from New Jersey.
New Jersey? Where's that? Oh, I mean, you mean up there? Yeah.
Upstate. That's definitely up in the north.
Yeah. What brought you to Myrtle Beach?
Actually, just vacationing, coming down regularly every year, and loved the area, and was a little tired of shoveling snow back north. I wanted to get the sun.
Yeah, and you've gotten a little bit of it.
Yes.
You're keeping a good tan there. That's great. It's such beautiful weather all the time, whether a viewer's in Laurinburg or Lumberton or obviously the PD or down here at the beach. A heck of a lot of those folks come down to the beach as we go up into the PD on a regular basis.
That's right. It's just a beautiful area, I have to say, and it's growing so much just in the short time that I've been here, which isn't really short anymore. It's actually 10 years, over 10 years that I've been here. There's just been such growth.
Yeah, so the beautiful weather and the beaches brought you down, and what kept you here for 10 years?
Just the people and the hospitality. I have to say, it's changed my life tremendously in the fact that, in the north it's a hustle and bustle kind of world, and in the south it is very much more relaxed, and I can live my life happy now, and not be so stressed out of traffic and shoveling snow or whatever the case may be.
Has any of your family followed you down from New Jersey, Coleen, parents or siblings?
Yes, actually. My parents live down in Pawleys Island, and my sister lives with me in Surfside. Oh. I have some relatives, aunts, uncles, cousins, so we've all kind of migrated to the south, and it's been
like
great.
The birds. That's
Absolutely.
Great. How exciting, Coleen. Well, I'm glad that Horry County and the area has been able to keep you. Of course, this weekend's the Loris Walk. Right. Getting real close, 72 hours away. We were so excited. The Myrtle Beach Herald has got one of their writers, the MC, Paul Gable, will be out there on Saturday, a Loris Nate or a Loris regular. A heck of a lot's going to go on that day. For a viewer who may not have attended the Myrtle Beach Walk or any of the Walk Americas in their community, what's happening this Saturday, let's say at the Loris Walk?
Well, at the Loris Walk, we're going to have a lot of great events going on. We've got face painting for the kids with the Kids Corner, and we've got them with a piñata, and the fire truck's going to be there. And we're just going to have a lot of great time. Hot dogs, as usual. That's a great big event that pulls out people to come that day. We've ordered another great, beautiful day, sunny day. So we're hoping that the weather will be, and it'll be rain or shine. It doesn't matter what the weather is. We're just going to have a lot of fun. It's the celebration of all the team's effort, of what they've done to help raise the money for the March of Dimes and just help save babies' lives.
Helping save babies together. And, of course, whether you live in Loris or you live at the beach or you live in Lake City or Dillon or any of the upcoming walk areas, you can still support a community walk. All those funds are essentially pooled back together. Wherever the walk's held, the funds are still pulled back together to go into research to fight premature birth and many of the other ailments that face expectant mothers.
That's right. Actually, it's never too late. If the walk is over and you still wanted to, if you're from Horry County, please call the office, 488-3463. We'll let you know where you can send the money, because we still do raise money after the walks are over. If you're interested in any of the other walks or to find out about where a walk is, you can always go on to the marchofdimes.com or onto walkamerica.org and see the listing of where a town is close to you that's going to have an upcoming walk. And again, if it's too late and you've missed the walk, it's never too late to send money in. Just contact your local chapter.
That's very important. 843-488-3463 or 488-DIME.
Right.
Walkamerica.org or marchofdimes.com.
Right.
Very important addresses and phone number there. What about the March of Dimes? How was it started, Coleen, for a viewer who may not be familiar with the March of Dimes?
Well, in 1938 with FDR and the polio epidemic, it was a big, scary time. And at that time, there was no vaccine that they could find to cure that So that was what the money was starting to collect for, is for the polio vaccine, and that actually did come away with having a vaccine. We did find the cure for that. And then it turned over into birth defects and trying to find, because that is what the mission of the March of Dimes, to improve the health of babies by preventing birth defects and infant mortality. And that's what our big mission is right now. Now we've got the 5-year campaign with a premature birth going on. This is the 2nd year involved in that. And it's very important for us to help save babies' lives, because in half the cases we don't know why things are happening, why birth defects are and how they're coming about and the causes, and we do need to get the money for the research.
A lot of the funds that have been used for research have truly helped come up with strategies that expectant mothers or expectant families can come up with to reduce the risk of birth defect.
That's true. There's so many different things that the NICU units, that was with the help of the March of Dimes, surfactant to help with the respiratory and the lungs of underdeveloped lungs for the babies that are born prematurely. So the March of Dimes has done a wonderful, wonderful job in trying to help, but we still have so many things out there that we don't know why and how it's being caused and what we can do to prevent it, and to have mothers have healthy, full-term babies. It's a real scare right now, you know, with on the rise in the way of the premature birth campaign. 476,000 babies are born prematurely a year in the United States. When you break it down, that's 1 in 8 babies. And in South Carolina, in a week, it's 149 babies. And Greg, it's so important for us to find the causes and to find what we can do to prevent these premature births.
How would a premature birth differ from a normal full-term birth? I mean, how does the child, what are some of the potential defects that would set in for a premature birth, or what are some of the issues that a parent really needs to be concerned about if their child's born prematurely?
Well, a premature birth is basically anything that's before 37 weeks of pregnancy, and usually it's 5.5 pounds or less. With the Horry County ambassador, Parker Wilson was born 1 pound 11 ounces. With our national ambassador, she was born 1 pound 7.4 ounces. And she's actually Amanda Reeves from Simpsonville, South Carolina. So she's our local ambassador, I mean our state ambassador, which is a national ambassador. And so that's very exciting for us to have someone going out there who's telling their story and what the complications, you know, we're lucky that she's a 5-year-old that's doing well, but we don't know in the long term how it's going to affect her life. I mean, there can be eye problems, there can be heart problems, there can be kidney problems. The list goes on, and it's real important for us to find, you know, do the research to help find the causes for that, and so we can prevent them.
You said the national ambassador baby is from Simpsonville, South Carolina, traveling all over the country to really speak out, to help speak out, or her parents speaking out for the March of Dimes.
That's right. It's very important for us to, when we see a child and what the family goes through, because sometimes it tears up the family. I mean, it tears them apart. And it's real important for them to tell their story and to let other people know of how this can affect lives and how it can hit close to home, and what can we do to help prevent that.
Of course, next week, Joe Fisher will be with us talking about the Dillon and Lake City walks, and of course, she'll also be talking a little bit about the Georgetown walk and some of the results of the Georgetown walk, or how that was going. Of course, this Saturday, not only the Loris Walk, but also the Georgetown Walk.
That's right, and it's actually our National Walk Day. It is for the March of Dimes. April 24th is National Walk Day for the March of Dimes, so there's so many other communities that will be having walks as well on that day. But Loris is doing their walk. We start at actually 9:30 is registration, 10 o'clock is the walk. If anybody wants more information, please feel free to contact me at the March of Dimes office. And then the Georgetown is going to take place 9 o'clock registration, 9:30 walk, and that's going to basically be at East Bay Park. They're going to start. It's about a 3-mile walk. And they've got some wonderful people down there that have been along with the March of Dimes for about 7 years almost with their honorary chairperson, which is Judy Fagan, and then we've got Kathy Goings, who is our revenue chair down there. So we're very fortunate to have some people that have been with the March of Dimes for quite a while volunteering their time.
That's for the Georgetown Walk.
That's for the Georgetown Walk.
Absolutely. They're expecting a heck of a lot of folks out there. I think maybe 600 folks.
Absolutely. It's a small town, but with big heart and a lot of people that really care. And what I've been told from actually the Associate State Director, Maureen Viccaria, she had gone down last year, and she said what a tremendous walk it was. And with Joe Fisher, Judy Fagan, and Kathy Goings, I don't know how it couldn't be.
That's wonderful, Coleen. You think about, of course, the opportunity to register. How does someone go about registering to be a team member? Or if they don't know a big group of folks they can be on a team with, can someone just register to walk on their own?
Oh, absolutely. You can walk as an individual as well as with the team. A lot of times the teams will come on every year, so most people know the team captain that's been involved with it in past years. But they can always go on to walkamerica.org. They can look to see if their team is listed, where their place of employment is, if they have a team, or they can contact the office and we can let them know where they can go to find that information out or to register. It's very easy to register online, and we've got the online fundraising, which is our first year doing that, where you can raise money online, sending emails, and it's a very easy way to do that, creating a website and sending the information to your friends.
But if a viewer didn't have a computer, didn't know how to go online, didn't want to do anything, they could easily call the 843-488-3463 number and talk to you or Joe.
That'll be right.
Which, if I was a viewer, I'd sure be jumping on that chance to be able to experience talking to the two of y'all, although y'all are not in the office too much.
We're in the office and out of the office. I mean, it's a busy job, and we have to see a lot of teams, and we enjoy that part of it. That's the greatest part of us, is being able to meet and see new people and talk to them and have them participate as much as they can. And we've been very fortunate. I have to say, so many people, so many wonderful, wonderful people that are willing to help.
Mm-hmm. Are volunteers still needed for the Loris Walk this Saturday, or even the Georgetown Walk? And what would be some of the things they could do 72 hours from now?
Well, there's so many things actually on the logistical end. I mean, the day of the walk, we'll need some people to help us do registration, or cook hot dogs, or do all kinds of things, help with the face painting, or help with the children. We've got spirit stations around, so we want to help people, have people, hoopla and enjoying themselves and raising that team spirit as they're walking.
So people can be out there whether they're walking or not.
Oh, absolutely. The more the merrier. It's definitely going to be a great day at both sites and all across the nation.
Why are teams important, Coleen, and how are those teams, how do they get together? What are some of the ways they can raise funds?
There's many different ways, actually, that some of the teams are raising money, between Beanie Babies and bake sales and candy, selling candy and going online and just going collecting basically from their friends and families, yard sales. There's just an endless amount of different things. Loris Elementary does change days, and they just basically have the kids bringing in their money and into the school, and then we collect the change, and they've done really well with that, raising over a couple $1,000, and it's been fantastic. So there's so many different ways that the teams can raise money. A lot of creative ways too.
Mm-hmm. So a child can bring in a bag full of change, and then y'all will take it, and y'all will take the time to get it all together and turn it over to a bank. Do you have banks who volunteer some of the services to count all that?
Every single site does have a bank day. In Loris, it's actually MBSC, and we have the day that when the teams come in and we actually count their money and see how much that they've raised. And then it also helps us to evaluate for plaques, because they do get plaques at the walk site the day of the walk.
That is fantastic. Let's talk a little bit about how those funds raised are used to help the March of Dimes. I know you talked about some of the results that have happened from funds raised, but what are the ways that a viewer's direct dollar or $100 donation to your office or to a particular walk will be used?
Well, I have to say, nationally, it's actually 76 cents on the dollar is used for research, education, and advocacy. And I'm very proud to say that in the state of South Carolina, it's actually 91 cents on the dollar. So it's very important for us to raise that money and for you to know where your money is going to. And I think for the South Carolina, it's a wonderful thing. All the education, the research, different information for new mothers trying to have, have healthy babies, or mothers that are thinking about having babies. It's real important for all that education and research, and get information to why we can, to how we can help prevent those birth defects and help prevent premature birth.
Coleen, how different would the health care costs for premature babies be versus babies born on full term? Are they pretty significant?
They are quite significant. Actually, very scary statistics that I found out pretty recently, actually, as you know, being with the organization only a few months. A full-term baby, approximately $3,500 for the medical cost. For a premature baby, $250,000 to $500,000 for a premature baby. I mean, the medical costs, and then it becomes a lifelong thing. So the medical costs are millions of dollars for these families, having premature babies and having some having some problems with that.
That's incredible. Coleen, I see you've got some examples of things that some of the difference between let's say a normal diaper versus a premature baby's diaper. Can you show those to the viewers?
Well, actually, this one is basically what a full-term baby would be wearing, and then this would be what a premature baby would be wearing. And this is, like I said, this is going to be about 5.5 pounds and more, and this is going to be less than that. And there are even actually smaller diapers than this, because it's amazing how small that they are when they're born.
Mm-hmm. That is incredible. And of course, you've got another example of a ring there.
Actually, this ring, Amanda Reed's mother wears this around her neck on a necklace to remind her that when her husband came in to see Amanda, he actually put his ring on her arm, and it went all the way up to her shoulder.
No.
They're so small, and you just can't even imagine. So when we're showing different things to let people know of how small, if you haven't seen a premature baby, to know, I mean, it's just a scary thought.
That is incredible. So that ring would go up the entire arm, up to the shoulder?
Up to the shoulder, and there's probably still more room, in there for it's amazing.
That's incredible. That is incredible. I see you brought a copy of one of the T-shirts as well.
Right.
Now that same moniker is used for all the walks nationally.
This is our Walk America T-shirt, and on the back of it will have the list of your local sponsors. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And if you raise $100 as an individual or with a team, you would get one of these T-shirts.
Okay.
And
Use your feet to give premature babies a hand. I saw when Dennis had that, he brought it with him, and of course that was a very exciting enticement for a lot of folks to work hard to raise $100.
Right. It's a great thing to have this T-shirt because it lets people know that you really have helped us with our cause of raising the money to help fight the birth defects and help fight the prematurity.
It is incredible. You use that figure of, in South Carolina, 149 babies are born prematurely each week. That is incredible.
It is incredible, and it's scary, too. I mean, it's on the rise, and we really need to help find why that is happening, because like I said, in half the cases we don't know why, and we have to find the answers.
And you said 1 in 8 babies are born prematurely nationally, or that
is what it breaks down to. When you have 476,000 born a year, it breaks down to 1 in 8.
It's amazing. Just the impact that has on, as you said, going into the millions on the lifelong components of 1 in 8 babies. So 12% of children are born prematurely, which will have an impact of $250,000 to $500,000 for all the associated activities post-birth. That's incredible.
That's right. It really is incredible. And we're trying to do everything that we can with a lot of people, and everyone needs to help. Every dollar counts.
Coleen, when you think back about getting involved 2 months ago and the excitement of the results of a walk where y'all budgeted gold to 156 and then have come in close to 200,000, what's been the most exciting aspect for you?
For me, actually, it's just meeting so many wonderful people and all the volunteers and all the people that have really taken this cause to heart. I mean, it's really important for each one to know that they really have helped, and if we only help one baby, it is so worth the cause. It really is. And I'm very excited. I've been so blessed with meeting so many wonderful people and having a great staff person along with me is making it all the worthwhile.
Mm-hmm. When you think about that opportunity to get out and talk to local groups, civic groups, or Rotaries or Optimist clubs about what's happening both on local walks as well as some of your upcoming events, what's the most impressing message that you work hard to get across if you had a minute to talk?
Basically that together we can accomplish this. We can save babies together, and we really do. We need to save babies together. It's very important for everybody to take their part and take their share, no matter how small it is. It is a big, big cause, and it's a great cause. Mm-hmm. And as Joe said, it's a great quote that she had on one of her newsletters, and it basically is, in this world of give and take, you have to give what it takes. And it's very important to do that, give what it takes.
In this world of give and take, you have to give what it takes.
That's right.
Powerful.
It is a powerful message.
Coleen, thanks so much for being with us this morning. Hopefully we can get you back to hear about the amazing results of both the Loris and Georgetown walks. We'll have Joe Fisher in next week.
I look forward to it.
Great, thanks. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with Coleen Shanley coming up next. We want to thank Coleen Shanley and all the staff and volunteers of the March of Dimes for working so hard to give what it takes to make a difference in a child's life and to fight premature birth. If you can't be in Loris this Saturday, get out to Georgetown. If you can't be out this Saturday, work hard to find out when the next Walk America is in your community. Call the March of Dimes office at 843-488-3463 or visit marchofdimes.com or walkamerica.org. Together, we can save a life.